Hello everyone and welcome to our second to last day, third to last day, not entirely sure. This is deck number 8 in our, or deck number 3 if you will, in our top 10 decks for Worlds. And as you can see, we are going to be using a Mega Rayquaza Jolteon EX deck with Seismitoad as well. Now this deck, I really like Rayquaza's speed. Now with Night March in the midst, I don't know how good, if you will, or how viable this deck might be in terms of competing, because I do think, especially for day 1, there's gonna be a ton of Night March, but maybe for day 2 this could definitely be a viable option. I think day 2 Night March might be a lot less than one would expect, especially if a lot of Night March counters show up on day 1 in big numbers. But yeah, we're gonna be using a 3/3 Mega Rayquaza line, Emerald Break, an incredible attack which can one-hit KO absolutely every single Pokemon that exists out there except a hard-charmed Groudon EX, Primal Groudon EX. Then we have 2 Jolteon EX. These are one of our answers to Night March, although with Pokemon Ranger out now, it's probably not going to be too likely. So actually Seismitoad EX is a lot better answer, I think. Ranger also bypasses the Quaking Punch effect, but it makes it a lot harder for them to actually get the Ranger, because once you attack with Jolteon, they can simply Verse Seeker for the Ranger and KO you, but Seismitoad EX prevents item cards before the Ranger, so it limits them a lot more, and you can start using Quaking Punch since turn 2, so if they don't expect it, or they don't get like a super sick early game, then maybe Seismitoad might be enough to seal off the game. So we'll see how that goes. Then we have 2 Hoopa this time around. All of our support Pokemon counts are doubled because Rayquaza needs all of those bench Pokemon in order to deal a ton of damage, and that's why we are also using 4 Full Art Shaymin EX. And then we have a pretty standard 4 Mega Turbos, 3 Battle Compressors, 4 Puzzle of Time, which should be really nice for this deck. Our supporters are now spread out. There's 1 Xerosic, 1 Sycamore, 1 N, 1 Lysander, 1 Hex Maniac, and 1 Pokemon Ranger. Between discarding a ton of cards, between 4 Shaymin, our Ultra Balls, our Trainer's Mail, we really shouldn't be needing to use a supporter card every single turn. And with Battle Compressor and Verse Seeker, as long as we're smart about it, we should be okay in terms of going through our deck and getting out what we need when we need it. And aside from that, as I mentioned, we have our 4 Puzzle of Time, pretty nice card to have in this deck, especially as you run through your deck. And then we have our 3 Spirit Links, 3 Float Stones to retreat, 4 Skyfield to maximize damage, 4 Double Colorless Energy, very nice, and pink, and 3 Lightning Energy. So I'm gonna save the changes I made to the deck. Like I said, depending on Night March, I don't know how viable this deck might be in terms of performance, but it definitely has a lot of potential. There's top 10 Mega Rayquaza, so let's find our first game. Now, just like yesterday, it's gonna be a bit shorter video, probably not 1 hour, somewhere between 40 and 50 minutes. Yesterday we did lose every single game, which sucked. I think, with the water toolbox. And yeah, we'll see how it goes today. Hopefully better. Hopefully better. And yeah, now we're up against Chuachin. Okay. So I didn't pay attention to what my opponent is using. So we'll see. We're also not going first, but that's not the end of the world with this deck, because there is a potential to get a one-hit KO with Mega Rayquaza. So that's definitely, I mean, it can work in our favor, I guess. Okay, but not with this hand. Definitely not with this hand. I'm genuinely very worried now. I am genuinely very worried. And to make matters worse, this might be, yep, Vespiquen Vileplume. Vespiquen Vileplume. So, this is not good news. Especially because we run a low supporter count. We have access to basically nothing with our current hand. If we had started regular Rayquaza and then had the Hoopa in hand, that would have been pretty amazing, but as it stands now, things are not looking good. And we don't even have a 4 Sycamore count in order to top deck out of this situation. Our best bet, I guess, is potentially to... I mean, my opponent obviously has access to Vileplume. He will get the Vileplume out this turn. So... our best bet, I guess, is for him to whiff the Floatstone and for us to Lysander up the Vileplume. Okay, so he gets rid of a DCE and 2 more Glooms. The Glooms are not relevant, the DCE might be. It really might be. But at this point, even if my opponent whiffs on the lock on the turn 1 Vileplume, and he even gets the Floatstone, so never mind. I mean, with our hand, what are we gonna do? What are we generally gonna do against that? Now, consecutive battle compressors. He did get rid of 1 Revitalizer, which is weird. Maybe he runs Puzzle of Time? I don't know. But yeah, I generally think my opponent's just gonna run me over. There's another combi. He got rid of another Vileplume. There's the Vileplume, so no item cards for us. Only a Lysander in our hand. We do top deck a Shaymin. I'm actually gonna Lysander up the Unknown because he already used up 1 energy. There's another in the discard pile, so that's potentially good for us. Well, not good, but anyways, I'm gonna Shaymin for a measly 2 cards. Our Hoopa is definitely gonna stay there forever. I would Shaymin for another card, which I guess I don't lose anything by doing so. And we get Seismitoad, but no DCE. And at this point, I mean, using Quaking Punch doesn't really make a difference against my opponent because he's already locking items. I was gonna say wow. He doesn't have Vespiquen, so I was gonna say our best hope was him to whiff on the DCE. That's the 3rd DCE though. So maybe if we somehow manage to power up a Mega Rayquaza, we could potentially do something. My opponent finds a Shaymin, he's gonna draw 4 cards, probably find the Vespiquen he needs. Because are there any in the discard pile? I don't think so. Nope. No Vespiquen there. Still not evolving though. And okay, that's his last DCE. He's gonna Sycamore. Okay, so he really wants to find the DCE. He really wants to just finish this game outright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So there's 9 Pokemon in the discard pile. If we manage to find maybe high HP EXs for him to do it KO, he's not gonna KO Hoopa this turn. Wow, he's actually just gonna hit him. Okay. Okay. And we just pass. We simply pass here. How much damage is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's 110. Yep. He still uses hidden power. Okay, that's interesting. I get a DCE. Does that help me in any way or form? Probably not. I mean, I could retreat, but that doesn't change anything. I'm just gonna save the DCE, I guess. I really need Rayquaza EX. That's what I actually need. And to top deck my lone Sycamore. Okay, so now he finally retreats, brings up Vespiquen, he can now KO, uses Farewell Letter, so that's one more turn he's gonna lose, or not lose, but one more turn he's gonna come closer to deck out. But at this point, I mean, if I had another Lysander, then maybe I could do something, because I could Lysander up the Shaymin. So maybe if I top deck Hex Maniac. Okay, I do top deck Jolteon, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, he's dealing 120 damage. Does he have... You would assume he doesn't have another Sycamore? So, I might... No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, I don't think I can... Yeah, Jolteon takes 2 hits. But then the last hit... I would need to find more EXs now, so I would need to find my last Hoopa to potentially deck my opponent out. That's the only way I can win here. It's the only way I can win. A Hex Maniac top deck would be amazing. Oh wow. He uses AZ on his own Vileplume. Why would he do that? And uses Battle Compressor. Oh, because he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna get the 1-hit KO now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I'm sure he has Ultra Balls in his hand. That's 12 Pokemon. So he's dealing 140 damage. Or maybe... There's also the possibility that, yeah, there's his last Ultra Ball gets rid of 2 bunnies. So that's 160 damage, and that's a game. Because unless I top deck a regular Rayquaza, which can take... Nope, I can't even do that. Because he attacks and KOs me right now. Exactly 160 damage. And then... I would need 2 Mega Rayquazas. So I would need to top deck Hoopa. And then an energy. And I don't. So that's a game. That is absolutely the game. I mean, nothing I could have done. I mean, I didn't give up. I definitely saw my out, if you will. But my deck didn't cooperate at all. What are you gonna do? If I'd run the Jolteon earlier on, then maybe I could have done something. Maybe I could have, I don't know. I generally don't know. Seems like a lost cause. So yeah, we'll see. Let's find another match. Hopefully not against an item locking deck, or okay, psychic type. So this might actually be Trevenant. This might actually be Trevenant. And if it is, as long as... Nope, he's going first. So never mind. Never mind. Okay. Okay. There's Seismitoad. There's Seismitoad. We do have an Ultra Ball, but once again, well, we do have the Hex if he gets a turn 1 Wally, so which he does. So another item locking deck, another very annoying item locking deck. Okay, and he attaches the Bursting Balloon, which we do find. But we can chain Hex here, which is nice, but by chaining Hex, we actually can't use Shaymin. Or Hoopa. But we can still do it next turn. Okay. 160 damage. A full bench will not one KO a Trevenant Break. But at this point, okay. Gonna use an Ultra Ball. I will find Hoopa, and I'm gonna use it next turn. I'm not gonna attack Trevenant this time around. I will get back the Hex to use it after I use Hoopa, I guess, maybe. And I'm gonna use the Puzzle of Time. I want to top deck the other Puzzle of Time, I guess. And then Jolteon, and then the Ultra Ball. Well, I don't know. And I'm not gonna attach an energy, simply because I don't want to allow my opponent to remove it. He has no abilities, but he does have items. But he can't Shaymin EX, which is good, I guess. He can't Shaymin EX, and then he can't Shaymin EX. Okay. He's not Jeffrey Ban. He's not doing anything at all, actually. Not doing anything at all as of now. Did the game freeze? Did the game freeze? No, because my message went through. So he just passes. He can't attack, he can't do anything, so that's great. So I don't have item cards just yet, but I can find Shaymin, I can find Rayquaza. Wow, there's 2 Rayquazas. There's 2 Rayquazas prized. Wow, that is definitely not great. Now I can't use the Puzzle of Time, I can't bench this guy down. I will only Shaymin for 3, but I feel like getting the Rayquaza in my hand is nice. Especially if I get a Spirit Link right now. I don't, but now I'm gonna Hex, and now I get to use Battle Compressor. I get rid of what? Another Battle Compressor, I guess. They're not gonna be useful. I could find Sycamore for next turn. I can actually find Serosic to remove that energy. Is that my best play? Is that really my best play? I'm gonna use this guy. Removing the energy, I guess. Because my opponent is really not getting anything. And under item lock, it's gonna be hard for him to pull anything off. Now, I'm gonna get back the Hex. I'm gonna give up on using item cards for the foreseeable future. And, well, none of those cards actually help me. I guess I'll put the Spirit Link first, just in case something weird happens. But I'm gonna just Quaking Punch here. Now, no item cards, no draw cards, hopefully no energy next turn for my opponent. A lot of great things for us. And yeah, we'll see what else happens with my opponent. We'll see what else happens rather. So let's see. What is he gonna do? What is he going to do? Taking a long time. Wow, simply passes. Taking a long time to simply pass. Okay. Gonna get rid of the energy, making it even less likely for him to attack. I will attach to the Rayquaza, and I'm gonna Quaking Punch once again. So a really scrappy game, just like the previous one. But that's how it goes against item locking decks. It's definitely how it goes. All these item locking decks just make me really consider Marowak as an option. Marowak would be amazing to have in any deck, like even in Greninja. Even in Greninja, but getting it out, I mean, if they get the turn 1 Vileplume, never mind, that's never going to come out. So yeah, my opponent simply passes. I don't want to lose the turn of using Mega Rayquaza. I am one turn away from winning this match. So unless my opponent top decked. So this is the second game. We are 20 minutes in and we have yet to attack once with Rayquaza. We've attacked with Shaymin once in the previous game, and we've attacked with Seismitoad EX 3 times this time around. And I mean, if my opponent was holding on to an N, it really wouldn't make sense for him to not use it in order to not give me more cards. I simply Quaking Punch and end up winning. Okay, so let's find another game. Let's definitely find another game. So now tomorrow's deck, I think it's gonna be Volcanion. I definitely think it's gonna be Volcanion this time around. And after Volcanion, I don't know what the last deck is going to be. I mean, there's a lot of options. There's Yveltal, there's Mega Manectric, there's... what else is there? Wow, my hand. What else is there? Mega Gardevoir potentially. Wow, he starts Talonflame. That's really sweet. There's Zoroark Vespiquen as well. Wow. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting because my deck functions on high HP Pokemon. His deck functions on high HP Pokemon. He got to start Talonflame, which is very nice. He definitely runs 4 copies of the deck, and he discards a Sycamore and 2 Talonflame. So pretty much an incredible turn for my opponent. An absolutely incredible turn. Now he got rid of a Zorua. Why? That makes no sense. Why would you not bench that other Zorua? I genuinely don't know. Now I will play the Skyfield simply to counter his Stadium, but I don't think I'm gonna be using it, or rather filling up my bench, because then Zoroark is a really big threat. And with the Ultra Ball, I'm gonna get rid of the Mega Rayquaza and my other Skyfield. I mean, with a full bench, or 4 Pokemon rather, I one-hit KO every card in his deck, I guess except Talonflame. I need a full bench for Talonflame. But I can potentially one-hit KO everything. And besides Talonflame, but that's the only Talonflame we're gonna see right now. So I find 2 Shaymin and the Rayquaza. Shaymin for 2 cards, I guess. Find a Seismitoad, so there's my full bench. If I attach that Lightning Energy, I will not be able either to use Quaking Punch, which would be incredible, or attack with Mega Rayquaza and get a KO. So, I mean, those are the 3 cards I'm gonna draw anyways. So no matter what order I put them in, I will use the Shaymin. That's 5 Pokemon in my bench. That means Zoroark deals 160 damage. I will, however, use Battle Compressor. I'm gonna get rid of the Ranger. No. Gonna get rid of the N, of an Energy, and potentially the Sycamore, I think. Yeah, the Sycamore. I'm gonna use N this turn. I hope I find a Spirit Link right now. That would be amazing. I do. That's, wow, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I'm gonna Mega Evolve the active Rayquaza, and I'm gonna N. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna N. Don't know what my opponent is holding on to in his hand. Maybe he simply didn't get anything. He didn't get energy, he didn't get too many things. I do not find... Well, I can't retreat and use Quaking Punch. I can Mega Evolve. I can attach the DCE. I can use Puzzle of Time. I'm gonna attach the TCG. And I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and that's gonna be the end of my turn. No Mega Turbo, no more Ultra Balls for Shaymin. But it's not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. Okay. Wow. He has Klefki. Holy crap. Klefki means I cannot touch whatever he attaches Klefki to. Wow. So I'm gonna need Xerosic. I am going to need Xerosic. Holy crap. Klefki, man. Wow. Clef freaking key. Okay. Well. Oh no, it's an effective attack. So never mind. Cannot use Ranger to bypass Klefki. I cannot do that. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems like he wants to focus on Vespiquen rather than Zoroark as an attacker, I guess. Not entirely sure. He has 2 cards in hand. Promote Zoroark. Uses Wanderlock on the Zoroark. And is he going to... Yup. Man, he got everything off of the end. Literally everything he could have wanted off of the end. Wow. And now I need Xerosic 100%. 100 freaking percent. Or I simply can't touch the Zoroark. Wow. I'm in a lot of trouble, guys. I am in a lot of trouble. Okay, so that's why I'm using all of these cards. I definitely need to draw a lot. I obviously can't play Ranger. Using Sacred Ash for a single Mega Rayquaza doesn't seem worth it. I'm gonna first draw 3 cards, and at this point having a big bench doesn't really matter. I get a Lysander, which at least means a 1-hit KO next turn, I guess. I'm gonna attach the float to the Seismitoad. I mean, I guess it means a KO right now and buys me a turn in order to... I mean, sure, he KOs my Mega, but I would really, really, really like to find the Xerosic right now. Oh boy, Klefki. Okay, so no Xerosic, right? No Xerosic. Not gonna end, obviously, but still no Xerosic next turn. So what do I? And now he 1-hit KOs everything. He has 1 card in his hand. I mean, I might as well get myself a prize out of this, right? So I'm gonna KO the Talonflame, because that thing finds him cards. And I guess I can retreat and use the Mega Turbo, but then he's dealing 30, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21, 24. Never mind. He does KO my other Mega Rayquaza, so just gonna Emerald Break here for the KO. The only way, yeah, things are not looking good. I get a null trouble, but I have no more Shaymin left. I need my Xerosic. Oh wow, never mind. Klefki. Oh, Klefki only lasts until the end of my opponent's turn. That's great. That is great, but it's not great. Okay, he gets his 2 prizes. That's fine. I'm gonna promote Seismitoad just for now. I will retreat. He should be 10 short. And I top deck the Battle Compressor. Okay. That's still pretty good, because what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to discard the Xerosic and I'm gonna get rid of his TCE. That's what I'm gonna do. Gonna get rid of the DC. And what else? What else doesn't help me? I guess the Jolteon doesn't help me really. The Ranger also doesn't help me. Wow, there's a victory. So I guess he realizes with the Zerosic I was gonna get rid of the energy on his bench Zoroark, and then I was gonna KO the active Vespiquen with the energy, so he would have been down to 2 energy left. Maybe he didn't get anything off of his prices, but I mean, I don't know. I'm surprised he conceded so fast. I'm really surprised he conceded so fast. But yeah, interesting deck, and Klefki and Talonflame, and some very nice additions to the deck for sure. Some very, very nice additions to the deck for sure. Yeah, now we're up against a Darkrai Giratina deck with Garbodor most likely. So as long as we get 1 or 2 turns of abilities, we should be okay. We do start Shaymin, which is not ideal, but not the end of the world, because we do have the other Ultra Ball. We do get a mulligan, and we can find Hoopa and start doing our whatever. We do have X-Maniac for Giratina, so that's fine. Although Giratina is still a big problem, because you need to chain X-Maniacs to actually KO the Giratina. Otherwise, you're in for some really bad luck. And wow, he starts Giratina, and I start with X-Maniac in my hand. So I play my Stadium, and then what? I use Ultra Ball and get rid of the Lightning and the Hex, right? Lightning and the Hex. So I find... Oh! I was thinking... Oh wow, that was really bad. I'm sorry guys. I was thinking far ahead, and like I'm gonna get Hoopa, and with Hoopa I'm gonna get Rayquaza, and then blah blah blah, but... Wow, that was really stupid of me. I'm sorry guys. I'm genuinely sorry. Okay, gonna get rid of the Lightning once again, and the Stadium. I should have grabbed Hoopa last time around. That was such a silly bad play. Gonna find a wow, what? Why would he concede right away? That makes no sense, unless his hand sucked. Why would you do that? And 4 more chests. I really need to make a booster box, a booster's opening, and with a chest and everything, because I have so many things saved up, and I even have 1,000 or like 1,400 coins. I really need to do, maybe while I'm away at Worlds, I'll do a pack opening video. Maybe you guys would like that. I'm gonna be in San Francisco for over a week, and yeah, I mentioned it in the video yesterday. I will be starting up videos after Worlds in September, like once the first week of September. It's yeah, videos. I come back from Worlds on the 25th, so videos probably resume, I'm gonna say Monday the 29th of August, but maybe it'll take another week. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna try my best to start up with the videos right away, but it's like, it's a possibility, August 29th, but then 100% sure the week after that, the Monday after that. So my opponent mulligans. We actually start Jolteon, which is nice. Jolteon has obviously not been useful at all. We're up against Lucario. What? We are up against Lucario. Lucario and something else, because my opponent we did see Fighting Fury Belt right now. So, and something metal. Maybe Aegislash? Lucario Aegislash, maybe? Okay, so I do want my extra card, my extra 2 cards actually. I do get to go first against a Riolu. Okay, so I'm gonna bench the Rayquaza. Gonna use Battle Compressor. I have 3 Verse Seekers in my hand. I had not realized that. I'm not gonna get rid of an energy. Well, you could make an argument for that. Gonna get rid of the Hex just in case he does have Aegislash. I'm now gonna use the Ultra Ball to get rid of the Float Stone and the Lightning Energy. Find myself a Hoopa, Pablo Hoopa. And then with Hoopa, I'm gonna find Shaymin, a regular Rayquaza, and a Mega Rayquaza. Right? I mean, I could find another Hoopa. You can't? Or is it priced? Yeah. Wow, you can't? You can't chain Hoopas? Except Hoopa EX. Okay, so you cannot chain Hoopas. I thought for a second you could chain Hoopas. And now, is it even worth it to use Shaymin for 1 card? Probably not. Maybe I should have used N or gotten rid of N instead of Sycamore. But yeah, for now that's fine. We don't get the super explosive start, but we're not too threatened by my opponent either. Next turn I will Shaymin for 2 to 3 more cards. He does Lysander up the Hoopa. Yep, he's gonna try to buy some time. Looks like he doesn't have anything else, and we got rid of the Float Stone. So what? Double Smash. Okay, we top deck a not so useful card. I mean, I could go all out in trying to get the KO right now. I don't think it's worth it because I will be wasting a ton of resources. I will, however, get rid of 1 Verse Seeker. And I'm not gonna find Hoopa, I'm gonna find Shaymin because I do not have the stadium. So if I find Hoopa and I bench it, then I can no longer draw extra cards with Shaymin because my bench would be full. So I'll just take the Shaymin for 4 brand new cards. I don't get anything too useful. I actually find my last Versus Seeker. And if I use Sycamore right now, it's not gonna be good. I do want the Shaymin, and it's nice that the Float Stone is one of the next few cards. And I'm gonna pass. And in theory, hopefully, I mean, if my opponent doesn't bench anything else, I will Sycamore next turn, because then all I will need to find is that TCE in order to KO my opponent's Riolu and win the match. So yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, as you can see, even though I think there's a lot of viable decks, the first 3 decks we featured are the top 3 decks. They are by far miles away the top 3 decks. Trevenant, Night March, Vespiquen and Vileplume, any variant of those are the top 3 decks. So if you're going into day 1 for Worlds and you do not have positive matchups against especially Night March, or at least a 50-50 chance against Night March, you should definitely reconsider your deck choice. Now my opponent taking a long time and not really accomplishing anything. Not even hitting heads for double smash. Hello, taking a long time to do absolutely nothing. Come on, friend. Come on, little friend. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Hurry up. Hello. 3 minutes to attach a Float Stone. 3 minutes to attach a Float Stone. Just evolve or do something. I don't even know what Lucario does. I think it hits for prizes, maybe. Not entirely sure. Hello. Or just concede, man. Or just pass. Ugh. I hate people like this. Why are you doing this? Why are you taking so long? Come on. It's generally not doing anything. And where's the timer? Oh boy. Finally passes. Finally. Okay. Gonna Shaymin, find the Mega Rayquaza and the Float Stone, which we did see from the Puzzle of Time. And we'll attach this thing here. And I'm gonna Mega Evolve and I'm gonna use Verse Seeker to try to find one TCE. As long as we find it, that should be game. After my opponent takes 3 minutes to attach a Float Stone and energy and simply pass. Oh, come on, you're kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna attach to Jolteon to start damaging, I guess. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. 1 DCE, there's 4 DCEs, there's 20 cards left in my deck, and still no DCE. Now I'm torn between... No, yeah, this is gonna be the last game of the video, guys. It wasn't my intention for it to be the last one. It's taking longer than it should have. But it is going to be the last game of today's video. Hopefully you guys can forgive me. Gonna go find code cards. You know what? I'm gonna go find code cards to give you guys for watching the videos and keeping track and just being overall beautiful people. Okay, so still nothing. I'm not gonna end to make this any longer. I'm gonna Swift and I'll be right back in 1 second. Okay, there we go. I have the 3 code cards. So as soon as this game finishes, and there we go. Okay, so the game will finish now. GG to my opponent, I guess. Great deck. And yeah, let me switch to the big camera. There we go. And now here is the first code card. So whoever it is that wins it, congratulations, I guess. Hope you get something good off of that Primal Clash booster pack. Now this one is from Breakthrough. That's the second code card. If you redeemed the first code card, please be nice and leave this second one for someone else. And here is the third code card. Like I said earlier, please, if you got 1 or 2 codes earlier, please leave this one for someone else so that we can spread the love. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your guys' support. I think you guys are enjoying the videos. And wow, so Gensect EX Lucario. What does Lucario do? Yeah, fewer Pokemon in play. That does 60 more damage. Okay, so yeah, not the most competitive deck for sure, but yeah. That's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you can. See you guys tomorrow for some Volcanion EX action, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.